Good morning, everybody. It is getting closer to Christmas by the day, isn't it? Let me just get everything arranged here, relatively orderly. Welcome to this very special pick a card reading today about what you need to know. What is it you need to know before the end of the year? Okay, so let me just get my Palo Santo. Mm. As we approach this time, it's a time of mixed blessings. Lots of people are separate from somebody that they would love to be with. Some people have just moved. Unfortunately, some people have broken up from someone. And there's been great loss for some people. And it's impossible to conceive what this Christmas is going to bring to everyone. So, as I light the Palo Santo, I just want to lift everybody up. If you're somebody who's experiencing some disappointment and loss, go ahead and put your hand right on your heart right now. Take a couple of breaths. And as you see this flame, just allow yourself a moment to receive, okay? Now we just let the smoke of the Palo Santo lift up the parts of us that feel a little incomplete at the moment, the part of us that's wanting to have change, parts of us that have been forced into change that we would rather have not have taken that step. How many of us can relate? Hey, everyone. Welcome. Hey, Christina. Special hugs to you, Christina, darling. Hi, Rhoda, Bina. Kane, I'm so glad to have you back in the circle, Kane, because I missed you when you were gone. So I'm glad that we've reconnected. And so, as usual, I am here to read for the collective energy because we all share so much. We have more in common than we have apart, and it can be hard to recognize and accept that when we have such different experiences. But truthfully, people want to love and feel loved. Hi, Betty. And that's what I'm here for today. So I'm going to start off by doing a collective reading and what it is that you need to know. So put what it is in your mind that is your situation. I'll draw an oracle card, and then I've got my beautiful Christmas cards here that I'm going to do for clarity. And if you would like to have me draw cards for you personally, all you have to do is hit the super chat, and I'm happy to do that for you. But it's not necessary because the universe is very smart and leads us to the exact information that we're looking for. Okay, so our first card is a shower of prosperity. Well, isn't that a nice Christmas gift? Hmm? And what I'm aware of, first of all, is see the purple? The purple is the color of spirit. And so it seems to me that one of the things we can expect through this Christmas season is gifts of the spirit. Can you be prosperous in other than money? And what other experiences are is right ahead for us that could not be, excuse me, could be separate from money, but still have the vibe of prosperity. Also, I can't help but notice that the back of my Christmas cards is lavender. And again, I didn't pick that up. It's a new deck for me, but I love the fact that it is about spiritual gifts, that today's reading is full of that. So many of us have had disappointments around the material world, and those are the opportunities to have wonderful spiritual growth. So let's see wealth, opportunity, success, and manifestation. Let's draw our clarity cards. And again, holding your situation in your mind, the universe knows exactly what will inspire you today. Let's take a peek. And we have the the 8 of Cups, which I love. The 8 of Cups is all about needing to walk away from something. And the very first thing I see is look at how it's Santa's sleigh that is guiding the turning your back on the past. And again, this just reiterates the feeling that There's a gift in everything. And Santa's on his way to deliver gifts, right? And part of walking away from a situation, there's sacrifice in it. There can be some pain, but there's something brighter ahead. Our second card here is this Ten of Wands, which is a card of um, almost there, excuse me, Nine of Wands. I misspoke. It's a sign of being almost through a tough time, that this is a warrior spirit. This is somebody who knows what it is that they're wanting, and they understand the work it is to get to the place of wanting, but they also are exhausted. And the good news is that it is the closing of a season, that there's something coming to an end in terms of you working hard to achieve something. And here we have the Lovers card. Now, this Lovers card came up in my daily shorts today, and it's about the title of the short is The Universe is Trying to Speak to You. So be sure to check out that short because the Lovers card had such a cool message on it. There's two dogs, in case you're looking. So this is, here's your message. In this time, when it is a gift giving time of year. And many times you don't have the budget or even the ability to give to everyone who's been so generous to you in this last year. And it can be really difficult when you want to be able to give somebody something in gratitude for who they are, and money is just not there for you. And so, what I'm seeing here in this message is that sometimes we have to walk away from the way we used to be and the way we chose to remember people at the holidays. The old traditions, the old way of doing things just doesn't fit for us anymore. The good news is that when you walk away, it's always an opportunity for the universe to sweep in mighty ways to bring something to you you never expected. The universe is here, source is here honoring you, honoring your commitment to be a generous person. People in your life see you as incredibly generous and kind no matter what. But what they don't see is it can be a burden to do things the way they always used to be. It's a time of great change. This lover's card is a card of partnership, friendship, and it can be also in your career, any kind of collaboration where two people are coming together for the highest good of each of you. Actually, this card is all about making a decision. The Two of Cups is really the card that is a promise of romance coming. Sometimes people see this card and they immediately assume that it is a person coming in. But what I'm seeing here is this is a real commitment to yourself to honor what is working right now, even though a lot may be falling apart, because opening yourself up to what true prosperity is can make a huge difference for you. There is a symbol and a sign of humanity stepping up to the plate and meeting you where you are. So don't be surprised if you don't meet someone very soon who's a major player for you, not necessarily in romance, but certainly in the sense of a human connection that will satisfy you at a deep level. Okay? Ooh, good message. Who can't use that today? The hope of something really cool coming to us, but in a surprising form. Okay, let's go to our next card. What is it that you need to know right now? Okay, and we have the Archangel Haniel, silver, goddess, psychic, sacred, and proud. Hmm, let's see. What is it you need to know? The first thing that strikes me is that you don't see yourself the way other people see you. There's a part of your quirky personality that has been hard for you to feel like you can handle. that part of you feels like you need to live in a shadowy way, not in a bad way, but just hiding who you are, some fears of not being understood. Let's see what's going on here. It has felt safest for you to stay quiet, but you can't really help it. There is a glow about you. There's something about you that other people will definitely want to be part of, but not if you're hiding yourself and not being open, not to others, but to yourself. What is it? What is it the cards have to open for us? Ah, the devil card. Okay, so right away, there's this sense of self doubt, huge self doubt that goes along because there's something about you that's unique. You might be gifted in an area of life that lots of people don't understand, but this temptation to keep yourself small, to hide what it is that you do is not serving you. Interesting. We had the exact same card in the first reading. So, this idea of leaving something behind, absolutely. Leaving behind this self doubt. Okay. It's time. Whoever is watching this, there is no accident. You are here at the right time. And this Hermit card. Notice, I love this so much, this deck, because the Hermit card is all about this person, the energy is to separate yourself. And I feel like that's been very true for you, my dear viewer, that you have separated yourself and that you can't deny the loneliness and the disconnection you're feeling. And so, what the universe is saying so clearly here is to shine your gift. Notice that on the back of this hermit's back is the goodie bag. And I've not seen that in other art for the hermit also dressed in that purple color. So you are spiritually ripe, and it's the time to step out of your hermithood and bring your gift into the world. All right. There is this tiny light behind Archangel Haniel. So be sure to look up the meaning of Archangel Haniel today, Haniel. I believe it will give you an added blessing. But if this light were allowed to shine fully, it's going to usher in a part of your life you can't even imagine. Hiding who you are with self doubt and fear, fear of other people's judgment, fear of other people's approval, this is what has to go. In order for you to love and honor your own gifts, you have to allow yourself to step out. This is a time you might want to speak to a mentor or maybe someone elder in your family that you can just talk to about this gift that you have, about this ability. You might be psychic yourself. You may want to read cards. You might be a musician who is loves creating music, but you do it alone in your home. The universe has prepared you for this time. Something's happening in 2025 that is going to be a golden opportunity for you. You're not there yet because you need to step out of your own way. Okay, my friend, this is no time to be fearful. You have been given a gift. Other people have told you you're talented, you're gifted, and you're always making an apology. No, not me. There's others so much better than me. The universe says, cut that out. You have a gift that needs to be shown on the planet right now. Now, if you're curious about what this could be about, you might want to get a love magnet reading. In a love magnet reading, it's where I can help you see if you have any lack of self love, if you have any lack of self belief. I can explain that to you. There's no charge to get a love magnet reading. It's super easy. Bina will put, there it is right there. Thank you, Bina, where you can tap on that calendar link and you can speak to me 15, 20 minutes, and I can help you plug in, give you a little advice on how to step out into the spotlight. Okay. Thank you very much. And I look forward to you sharing your gift. I do. I feel like whether it's music, whether you're a speaker or a reader or another light worker of some sort, there's an itch inside of you to step out, and I can't wait to hear what happens next. Okay, let's see what the next person, what you need to know right now. Hold your situation in your mind. Source knows what you need to hear today. Let's see what it is. Everything is okay. Reassurance, support, guidance. Okay, so my dear viewer, you are here wondering about your situation. You have perhaps you haven't heard from someone, perhaps somebody has left your life and you don't know where they are, you don't know how to contact them. You may be estranged from a family member who has simply stepped aside and you guys disagreed on some things and they've been on your heart. You've been thinking about them a lot, but no way to contact them. I'm struck by the mailbox here, because you may have even resorted to using snail mail because you don't trust email. But there is someone watching who wants to be contacted by someone. This blue mailbox makes me think of the throat chakra, which is where the power center for speaking your truth. And so I'm sensing that you want to be real, that you want to be honest with your person, but you're feeling held back because you can't get them to respond. This can be really frustrating. Look at the number 444. Take a look at that and just do a Google search for the spiritual meaning of 444 because I think there'll be an extra blessing for you. Let's draw some cards here for clarity. What's going on with this person that you just, and I think you know what? It could be that it's the holiday time that makes this more poignant. You may be finding yourself reminiscing, not knowing what to do. I keep feeling right now there's just this energy of I would excuse me, I would do something if I could. I just don't know what. We sip my tea. If you're enjoying the reading, please hit the like button because then I we complete a loop here. When people hit that like button, it creates an energetic loop between you and me and helps me tune into the energy. So here we have the Hierophant. What strikes me here is when I look at these two figures on the left and they're looking up at the Hierophant is a spiritual leader and guide. So I feel like this is saying to you that don't put too much of your energy on the human person. The person that you're thinking about right now, if you're obsessing about it and you're straining yourself to it in your thoughts, the spirit source will guide you to peace about the situation. That's where we understand that everything's okay when we learn how to surrender our concern to the divine. The Lovers card shows up again. So, yes, this does seem very poignant that there is great love between you and the person you're out of touch with. It could be a former lover, but it also could be a family member or friend. But yes, the universe is right here. Put your hand on your heart right now, especially if you're feeling like you're missing your person. Go ahead and rest your hand on your heart and let's take a couple deep breaths together. We are connected. We are all connected. And there's people in your life right now who are available to fill in the gaps, whatever's been happening that separated from you from your person. And here we have the Eight of Pentacles. You have been working so hard diligently. Perhaps you've recognized some behaviors and patterns in yourself that you're not proud of, and that you have taken to heart whatever caused this departure, whatever caused the estrangement with you and your person. That you have been taking responsibility. You have looked back at the past and you're working at reframing your situation. You've done some forgiving. You may have even taken some counseling, or you might be involved in a 12-step program, but you have been working at getting yourself put together, putting your head on straight, trying to understand what it is that you have done that has caused some hardship and breakup here. And so Source is right here supporting you 100%. As you have put your vision on the divine, and as you've trusted Spirit to help soften your heart, the energy of that is getting through to your person. I know it's hard to understand this, and especially if they won't answer you when you try to reach out. But what I would do is I would use an affirmation that I would love to use when I feel a little bit stuck. It's almost speaking into the future. It's giving yourself the chance to see an opportunity. And how it goes is this: even though I don't know how, I'm connected to my person now. Even though I don't know how, everything's repaired right now. Even though I don't know how, I choose to believe everything's okay right now. It sounds fake in a way because your today reality doesn't match what you're saying, but it's the most confident way to speak to the divine, trusting that there's stuff going on behind the scenes. And actually, the more you push and the more aggressive you are to get the connection, could be turning off the flame. So stay at it. Allow yourself to trust that their work is going on behind the scenes. And if anything, when your person comes to mind, wish them well. I hope you're having a great day. I really hope that you feel as loved as I love you. And the more you release your energy towards this person, the freer the universe is to work on your behalf. Okay. Even if you cannot speak to your person today, you can create a belief system that everything's okay in spite of it. All right. Be sure also to reach out and become friendly with people that are in your life right now. This is one of the times I like to recommend for people to get involved in some sort volunteer effort, whether, excuse me, whether you're volunteering at the area pet shelter to help pets become socialized for adoption, or if you serve food at a food kitchen, or if you sort clothing out at a clothing bank for people. When you reach out in a volunteer effort, it is very fulfilling. And plus, volunteers are great people to meet. Okay. Let's see what we have next. If you would like to have personal cards drawn, I'm happy to do that for you. All you have to do is hit the super chat. But meanwhile, we're seeing what the messages are for the collective as the holidays approach. What is it that you need to know? Okay. Blessing in disguise. Ooh, nice card. Blessing in disguise. What's happening for our friends today that they're not expecting? What is it that may look like bad news, may look like difficulty coming, but there's a blessing in that? Okay, let's see. We'll draw a couple cards. And we have the Three of Cups. Nice. And we have the Four of Cups. Very interesting. Very interesting. And this card is calling me. And the Chariot. All right. Blessing in disguise. Okay, so right away, what I'm seeing here is all around expectations. So, somebody that's watching the reading right now, I think that you've just gotten some news that you're not happy about. I think somebody that you were hoping would be visiting for the holidays, there's some sort of connection that you were so looking forward to. When this person shows up, it's going to be great. You haven't seen them for a while. You can't wait to eat, drink, and be merry. It's been absolutely fantastic. The planning and where they're going to sleep and all the things you're going to do. And then you just got this news that they can't make it. I know there's weather going on There is some storms that are being expected. So maybe there's a travel delay, a flight got canceled, but the thing were looking for the most for the holiday was taken away from you. And there's great disappointment. In fact, this figure here, notice how they're looking at the three cups represented by all that family celebration. And now the clouds have come in, something has broken, something is not going to be what you hoped. The squirrel is an animal that's known for being playful, and so it feels crushing. Can't you see, in fact, that it just looks like this person is so disappointed. But what we're not seeing here, this person is not even aware of this cup coming forward. This is I'm gonna have to, rename this Four of Cups in my own life as the blessing in disguise card because it's so true. The universe that we're living in is constantly cycling. It's constantly swinging from positive to negative, and it goes up and down. It's just cycles. There's nothing you can do to avoid the downturns. And there's also nothing you can do to predict the upturns, the blessings in disguise. So, what the universe is saying here is, I understand. I understand this disappointment. Of course, who wouldn't be disappointed? I know you were eager for something, but obviously, you have to learn to let go of your expectations because there is a blessing coming. The chariot is like Santa coming to the rescue. I love the art here and the fact this is the sleigh and there's reindeer here on the forward of this sleigh. And I feel like for you, it's like a rescue of your holiday, that there's something coming that's completely unexpected and out of the blue. I just watched the movie, The Christmas Chronicles again. I love that movie. I watch it over and over again. It's just a wonderful, wonderful movie. And so the idea that there's unexpected treasure actually in every single day, if we're open to see it. This is where people get into gratitude, habits of gratitude, and being able, even though there's disappointment, to be able to find something to be grateful for. Me personally, I always look around my house. Like right now, I can look at a painting that my grandmother gave to me, and she's been dead since 19, what was it, 5, I think. She passed away in 1975. It's not 50 years ago, for Pete's sake. And I look at that picture and I'm just so grateful that I have that her hands touched that picture and I can become grateful. And next to it is a little Santa statue. And I can just be grateful for that little statue. So that's my key and how I keep myself upbeat even through disappointment. And the more grateful you are, the more the universe brings you things to be grateful about. So, my friend, believe me, I understand disappointment, especially in the holidays, but this is such a call. And all of us who are listening, just take it into your heart that you can release your expectations, release your expectations to allow the divine to bring to you something that's lasting. Even though I don't know how, I'm letting go of my expectations now. Even if that's not true, right? Even though I don't know how, I'm releasing my need for perfection right now. Even though I don't know how, I forgive my friend for not coming now. Even though I don't know how, I trust the divine to bless my holidays right now. Okay. I know this isn't easy. Trust me. We put so many unreasonable expectations on ourselves and others during the holidays. And that's the habit that we can get rid of. It's a pattern we can break. Speaking of which, this is Catherine. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. This is Pattern Breaker Tarot, and we are all about breaking up the patterns that are keeping us from what we're desiring to experience in this lifetime. Okay, so moving forward, hold on to what it is that you want wisdom for. That's what this card is. Something you're not aware of, something you need to know right now. don't compromise. Oh, strong message. I feel like somebody here watching me right now, you're involved with someone. In order to stay with the someone, you have to compromise. But how do you compromise without giving up your what's important to you? How can you be assertive and kind? How can you speak your truth without fear? How can you draw those boundaries around the situation that will guide you? Okay, this is kind of heavy feeling. Oh, okay. The holidays bring out, okay, number one, the holidays bring out a lot of emotion. So just take a breath and please realize there is so much frantic, busy energy all around us right now. The holidays cause a lot of upheaval in our peace of mind. So you might be picking up some stress from the world that has nothing to do with your situation. So make sure that you sit calmly and consider your situation carefully. And so first we have the King of Swords and the Six of Swords and the Seven of Cups. Okay. So, like I said, the first thing I want you to do is to recognize that it's a stressful time right now. And some people who are natural empaths and you tend to feel everyone's feelings. Sometimes you go to a big holiday gathering and it's not comfortable. You don't even know why. And that's because some of us are like sponges and we just absorb everybody's drama in little ways. And I know myself, I didn't understand this about myself 30, 40 years ago when I would go to a big gathering and I would check out. I totally checked out. I became silent and I was like, I wasn't depressed or catatonic. I was more an audience. I look back now and I think some of my family, I came from big families, both the ones I was married into and to the one I was born into. And it was chaotic, very chaotic. And all that energy was overwhelming. And so we didn't even talk about energy back in those days. And I just gritted my teeth and I made myself go through it. But I became an audience member rather than a participant. And I think the people in my life thought I was frozen. And in a way, I was because I didn't have the tools to understand how to cope in chaos in public. And so checking out has been my tool. So the trouble with checking out, you do have control over your internal environment when you check out. But the King of Swords, in all of the strength to be able to take care of business, the heart can be out of sight. The heart can be uninvolved. And there's a certain amount of safety in checking out because people can't get in and you don't get out, but it's not sustainable. Okay. So when it's saying don't compromise, it's so for real. There's certain situations you don't have to endure and put up with. You just need tools and figuring out how to speak up for yourself, how to let yourself know when it's okay to leave and when it's okay to stay. At this point, with the Six of Swords, you're definitely making progress here. There's been more difficulty in your past. Here's the storm. And in your future is this lighthouse, which I really love the symbolism here because the divine is our heart. The divine has our heart, and nobody will love you more than your divine self. The divine is here for you and has your back at all times. In our growing up years, we can be completely unattached to that and no feeling of security. Excuse me. Sometimes the chaos that we've known in our lives seems to disqualify us from the stability that we're craving, but it's just not true. So at this point, First, make sure it's not just generalized anxiety from the holiday season that's driving your emotions and your mood. And if you're being pushed to do things that are outside your comfort zone, take a chance and simply say, "Thank you for asking, but that just doesn't work for me. I appreciate you encouraging me to do that, but it just won't work for me right now." By using words like "it won't work for me right now," you're claiming your space. And if they try to talk you into it, you say, "I appreciate what you're doing. I know you think this will be fun, but it won't work for me today, maybe next month." But as you start making some space around yourself with self respect and making good choices, you're going to feel so much better about the situation. With this Seven of Cups, the divine is showing you you have many more options than you think. You are not as stuck as you think you are. If you're struggling with boundary issues with a certain person, you have to practice those boundaries. But there are other people in your world right now, and you can share your cup with them. You have many gifts and talents. You don't need to be cornered into just one storyline. Choose carefully who you are sharing your goodness and your blessings with. Don't put too much importance on any one person or one way of being. Flexibility is the name of the game. Okay. As you walk through this holiday season, this is my advice. When you feel strung out, when you feel like you want to disconnect and that you want to check out, put your coat on if it's winter there and go outside. Take a real quick walk, get some fresh air, kind of snap yourself into what's important for you. Don't let yourself sit in checking out. Checking out energy is not in your highest good right now. Yes, you will be the boss of you, but you will also be cutting yourself off from people who need your love and support. So if you feel that checking out energy, get up, get out of your house and take a walk. Okay? Can you do it? Hit that thumbs up, would you? And let me know that you are going to be taking better care of yourself this holiday season. Okay, moving forward, let's see what we have next. What is it that you need to hear right now today? It's going to make a difference for you. And we have energy healing, holistic well being, thriving, and vibrant. Beautiful. So do I have any Reiki teachers, any Reiki healers? Do I have some tarot readers here? Do I have some massage therapists? Do I have some theta healers? Who's watching that has a heart to bring healing? I do tapping. Tapping is my magic. I get fantastic results with tapping, and I've been tapping over 20 years, and I'm not quitting anytime soon. I have found it to be a consistently helpful and reliable technique. So, those of you who are watching me right now and you have the desire to get into energy healing, I encourage you. We need you. The part when I see this green, that always is my symbol of the heart chakra, and people are so needing to have their hearts softened and opened up during this time. And so, my friend, do not be stingy with your gift. Four of Pentacles. You have a gift for the planet. You know it, and you have been putting it off because no time, it's like, well, it's not the right time. And the Magician. Hello. Whoever you are, email me. I would love to hear from you because there's somebody watching me. You know this is you. Yep. You're causing your own misery here because you have sensed. You may watch this reading and you might think, well, I would like to do what Catherine's doing. I would love to read cards. I'd love to help people. You know what? The universe is ringing your doorbell. There is no accident that you're here right now listening to this reading because you have the magic. You have, and you've experienced so many things in your life, and you have collected these pieces of wisdom. Through every crisis, you've learned something new through every breakup, you've learned something about yourself. From every move that you made, every different job that you went to, you absorbed skills. It's not easy for you to line yourself up and be a regular person. You know what I mean? Like doing things the way everyone else does it. It's not easy for you. You've held your hands out to the universe and said, Look, help me. I want to help people and I don't know how. So it is your time. I have a feeling that 2025 is what this is all about for you. But this Four of Pentacles is about holding back. Now, sometimes it's wise. I mean, if your expenses are higher than your income, it's very wise to hold on and use your pentacles wisely, right? But in this reading, I'm seeing it as that stingy energy, like not wanting to step out. Maybe you don't feel ready, or you want to treasure your gifts to yourself. I know when I started reading, I used to be worried about, well, what if the words I say, what if the person doesn't resonate, or what if it doesn't work for them? And I had to get over that because for some reason, the stories I tell when I see the cards helps people. This is bigger than Catherine. This is that storyteller inside my magician energy. When I'm free, and I just let the words come through me. I'm not trying to script anything. I don't have an agenda. I'm just reading the cards as I see them. And I know that nothing creates confidence than doing it and getting out there and doing it. And yes, you're going to make mistakes. And yes, you're going to have a few embarrassing moments. And you're going to have some people that question what you're doing. But when you're convinced and you do have healing gifts, you will be supported. The universe races to support you. Now, I love this particular configuration with our magician holding up that wand of victory and also pointing over here. And here we have the Eight of Swords, which is the classic card of self doubt and not giving yourself credit, not holding yourself in high esteem for all that you've been through. There are eight swords here. Let's just assume that there are eight major disappointments that you've experienced so far in life. Let's just say family of origin, places of employment, betrayals by friends, having to move when you didn't want to move, having your car break down, being estranged, where certain people in your family or friend group have chosen to ghost you or stand aside. And I go on, right? And look at how these swords are like blocking the way to this prosperous future. So the magician here today is saying to you, look, you are going to have moments of insecurity when you step out and use your gifts, but it's not worth this cold, lacking energy that you're creating for yourself. Your own thoughts about the doubts and fears that go into stepping out are what's holding you captive. So 2025 is going to be a big year for you. Now, do you need more formal training? Would you like to be more skilled at what you do? Well, then get involved. The meetup situation, meetup.com is a place, it's worldwide. You can connect with like-hearted people. It would be a wonderful idea. Let's say that you're a massage therapist. You could start a meetup group where people get together to talk about massage, practice techniques on one another, have fellowship together. You could have a tarot readers meetup group where people in your community could get together and give each other mini readings. There's ways for you to educate yourself that are inexpensive and will grow your confidence. All right. But please, you don't, I wish I could do this. Like I beg you to consider that there are people in your world right now who need you, but they don't know you're there because you haven't put it out yet. So take this to heart, my dear healer, whoever you are, and please do step out. Now, if you are hearing these words and you're doubtful, like, well, who am I? How could I do this? Let me tell you, I used to wonder the same thing 20 some odd years ago when I stepped out into this work. But what I do right now is I offer what I call a love magnet reading, and I do it free of charge. My calendar link is posted, and you can book right into my calendar or email me. And I'll spend 15 or 20 minutes with you at no charge, and we'll talk about what your dreams and aspirations are because love magnetism works for romance and for career. Okay. Hey, Eric, welcome. You've got to remember that if you are wanting more in your life right now, you need to make sure that your personal magnetism, your charisma is ramped up because that's what brings in the clients, the friends, and the lovers that you're wanting. Okay. I do remember you, Eric. Of course I do. How could I forget? So we're doing cards for the collective. What do you need to know during this busy holiday season? So hold your thought, hold your problem or your situation in your mind, and let's see what we have. This is very interesting because it's the same energy as the previous card. We're talking about the universal messages for us today, and now that this card has come up twice, I think, what is the universe trying to tell me? Because where is it in my life that I'm hesitant, thinking, well, I'm not quite ready yet. No, I need to keep working on that. I need to keep practicing. I'm not ready. So this is what this card is calling you to: momentum, validation, encouragement, and preparation. All right, so let's see. You're watching me right now. The universe is saying, enough already. You are great. You're doing fine. It's time to pull the trigger. Quit stalling. All right. So let's do our cards for clarity here. What are you stalling on, my friend? And we have the Six of Swords, which just came out in a couple of readings. These cards here, I'm shuffling 78 cards, and I love when they repeat. Okay. And then we have the 7, okay, so we have the 6 of swords, the 7 of wands. Very. So a little bit of stubbornness going on here. So if you're feeling, um, don't feel picked on, please. And 10 of swords. Oh yeah, okay. I love this so much. Okay. It's not unusual when several people on a reading are all resonant with the same energy because birds of a feather flock together. You guys hear me say that all the time, but there's no accident that you're tuning in today. Okay. So something is going on in your life where you're more ready than you think, but self doubt is absolutely in the way. This card is about defensiveness, and it's almost like you're being defensive against yourself. Even my words might be upsetting to you because you might be thinking, no, I'm not ready. And so you're holding that wand saying, no, I'm not ready. I'm sure this reading can't be for me. But let's look at these other two cards. Here we have a sign of a journey toward something. And the sea is very rough on this side, and the sea is more even here. The the night light, the lighthouse has the light, and this pursuit, that whatever it is you've been preparing, you have had a goal in mind, and getting to the destination has been very important for you. It's partly your own thoughts about your skill, your own thoughts about what would be expected of you. These things have the potential to hold you back. But remember, It's never the situation that's bothering you, it's your thoughts about your situation. That is what you're working hard to learn how to control. But if we look at this beautiful Ten of Swords, this is a sign that a season is ending. And it just goes so perfectly here with you're ready. You have made so much progress in your ability to accept yourself and your perfectionism and your procrastination, right? Needing things to be perfect before you can step out. Okay, so this picture, what I'm interpreting right now, is that they're taking off those training wheels. And so this bike is rideable, and these wheels are off now. So he can pick up his tools. His job is finished. So right now, you have a skill set. You're good enough. Even though I don't know how, I see that I'm good enough right now. And your own self talk and your belief in yourself will melt away the resistance to what it is you need to be doing next. Okay. This idea here that this snowman might be sad because he is disappearing. But the reality is, when you can let your heart thaw and give yourself a chance to do what it is that you're really good at, you are overcoming a flock of limiting beliefs. I love that these birds are sitting here. What an opposite energy between how swords could be used to harm, but now they're simply a place for the birds to rest. And whereas these swords may have held down the snowman, now with the melting, he's coming into his full self. So everything depends on your acceptance of your abilities and skills. What I recommend for you is to take out a piece of paper and write down 20 things. I know that's not easy for some of you. 20 things that you've accomplished in your life that you're proud of. 20. Okay. The first couple may be easy, but I want you to spend some time over this next couple of days acknowledging what you've done that has been successful. All right. If you have a hard time doing that, book yourself an appointment with me. The love magnet reading is exactly what you need, because if you can't praise yourself for things that you've accomplished, you're in a pattern of self-criticism that's going to really hamper your success. In 15 or 20 minutes at no charge, we can talk and I can help convince you that you are manifesting your own stuckness. It's nothing I like to do better. So, whatever this is, whatever skill you have, trust that you are skilled enough to be as successful as you want to be. Okay. Only you can pull the trigger when it comes time to stepping out into this new endeavor. Okay, I think I have time for one more. Let me look. Yep, I have just about exactly time for one more. Okay, so let's see, my dear viewers, thank you for visiting with me today. I appreciate you. Let's see what we have. Wise decision. Yay. Okay, I love this card. Wise decision. These readings are all kind of weaving themselves together. It's really intriguing today. A lot of repetition of the idea of getting out of your own way, having boundaries that will work for you. There's something coming. I think 2025 is going to be a very auspicious year for my viewers. Thank you so much. Thanks for visiting today. I'm Catherine. This is Fish Out of Water. Oh, no, it's not. It's Pattern Breaker Tarot. I used to be Fish Out of Water, and I'm going to shift focus for 2025, and I'm doing a preview in December. So we're breaking patterns here. Okay, let's see. What's our clarity? The angels are cheering for you. Let's see what they're cheering about. The world. The world card. Peace on earth. Inner peace is a treasure, isn't it? And then we have the 6 of cups. Wise decisions and the chariot. Wow. Okay. So, as this beautiful year of 2024 comes to a close, and we have been put in a place of needing to make some decisions about our life, we've needed to face some issues. There isn't anybody that I know who hasn't had a very challenging year. It's just been a challenging year in my world and with the people that I love. And so having the completion, this peace on earth card, the world card shows that a cycle is coming to an end and there is a fresh start coming. And we are so grateful. This card of generosity and reminiscence, where we can rely on our memories of how Source has provided for us this year. Write down three or four things that have happened this year that were out of the blue blessings. Who did you meet this year? What did you learn? What major change happened that you feel the divine was behind, right? It's so critical that we plug in to source before we let ourselves get disappointed in humans. Source is right here for us. I love this setup for the end of the year. The wise decision that you can make is to trust spirit above all, the lavender here, and the idea of really trusting your gut. If something is hell yes, do it. If something's hell no, don't avoid it. Do not take a step if you're getting a hell no in your intuition. It will never pay off. And then the biggest piece of wisdom is if you can't tell, if you're in doubt, make it a hell no. When you're in doubt, your intuition is saying, wait, and so just say no for now. You can say maybe next month, but right now it's a no. We get ourselves in trouble when we live in hell maybe land. It's terrible. Okay. So make that wise decision. Make your yes a true yes. Make your no a true no. The universe is coming in with much abundance for you in 2025. A cycle has finished as we close December. We are aware of how blessed we are. We're in gratitude for the good that happened this year. And the chariot comes with speed, with gifts and opportunities for our new year. Gratitude is the key to making this happen. The angels are the angels have your back. I will be here helping break patterns, and there's lots of new things coming for us in the new year. So please take this to heart. If you're having a hard time right now and you feel like nothing is bright, affirmation that works for me is this: even though I don't know how, I choose to believe in Source right now. Even though I don't know how, I will follow the light right now. Even though I don't know how, I trust that 25 is going to be a great year right now. Okay, my friends. So there you have it, our readings for today. I ask you, please go forth and prosper. Know that there's abundant love for you here, and I can't wait till our next reading. See you soon, you guys. Bye.